Well, hey, gang. It's another episode on the Rocks, episode one, Thursday Night Chaser. I am your hostess, Ms. Amanda Jane, with my normal sidekick. Digi, tell them what's up, what's
I
going
mean,
on.
there is so much going on in the wacky world of wrestling. There was so much good, so much amazing, so much disappointment. Uh, but that's okay because there is a lot for us to discuss here at the dive bar of the IWC.
Yes, yes, the dive bar. Oh, we are such a dive bar. Yes, and pardon me, folks, but I do my due diligence going on X and big fuck you already, Manamo Zen, to Elon Musk. I can't even put a goddamn propaganda on my goddamn Twitter account, my X account. So it was too long.
That's some bullshit.
That is some bullshit. That is some bullshit. So yes, but I did put something out now. So much apologies, our friends. So yes, wrestling was you know, it,
Interesting.
lots to talk about, lots to talk about. But before we get into that, let's do some housekeeping. We've got our as you guys know, you can go and support us at wrestlingontherocks.com. You
Mm-hmm.
know, pictures, not pictures, stickers, all sorts of stuff, drinking glass. Justin Time came by and is saying cheers to
Cheers,
my
brother.
buddies. Cheers to you, Justin Time. You're probably having water or some kind of soda, I'm assuming. But we're
Justin,
just guessing.
when
I
the
will
hell are
tell
we
you
getting your ass on stream?
exactly when are we getting you as a guest? Because
Yep.
we'd love to have the brothers in time or just you or,
I don't
whatever.
know. Forget
Because
your
there's a
brother.
lot
We
to
just
talk
want
about.
you.
Well, the brothers in time are duo,
Yeah,
dude. Like,
but
what
the
are you
brother
doing?
never shows.
You're trying to break them up. You were like the Wesley right now
Look,
of their goddamn of you guys and their goddamn like Rascals
of,
MSK.
of
Don't
those
don't go.
brothers, Justin is the Jey Uso. The other one is Jimmy, flat out. So, yeet. I said what I said.
Oh man, I'm sorry, folks. There's war. I'm sorry. That's very controversial. I'm having my regular Coke with no ice. I'm staying out of that war. Okay, this is not. I did not sign up for a civil war.
I mean,
Did
maybe
not.
if your brother showed up once in a while.
Well, no. But did you? What are you drinking? What's in your glass? Because obviously you're going to give a cheers to Justin. But what's in your glass?
Black Velvet. Cheers,
It's the
Justin.
years. Salud. Mm-mm-mm.
I needed
Yes.
that today.
Oh, I will tell you, I don't know. We're not starting any, civil wars. I will say this. If you were to, and I'm going to throw this out there and even to our loyal watchers, listeners, and whatnot, maybe we throw it up as a poll on Twitter. I don't know. But who is who is the tribal chief of Wrestling on the Rocks?
Uh, oh, that is totally my.
Oh, well, we hope you feel better soon, Justin. But yes, hopefully soon. My fingers are crossed. and water it is. And remember, guys, it's not what you drink; it's about who you're drinking it with. I have water too, but
Uh,
I need ice.
I
So
mean, March is really the head of the coffee table.
okay,
Uh,
would you say that I'm probably now like I'm the solo Sokoa? I'm that one who claims that I am the tribal chief, but yet I'm really kind of not.
yeah, and I get to be the wise ass.
I thought that was I thought that was Bishop's job. No,
No,
no. Well, I need a heater. I need to have my Jacob Fatu. I need someone behind me with like prayer hands and saying a silent prayer. Please don't like piss somebody off today. Please don't piss somebody off today. God,
oh
God help me. I do
no,
not want to flame that's you. You really are my Jacob Fatu. I mean,
yeah,
honestly, you are sitting there back there with the prayer hands. I assume that's what he's doing.
oh yeah.
There's no other way. It's like, Lord, help
Don't
me not
make
kill
me
a
kill a
motherfucker.
bitch.
Don't make me kill a motherfucker. Don't make me kill a motherfucker. Don't make me have to slap Tomatonga upside of his head, trying dropping all these bombs and shit. Don't make me do that.
I don't need
Lord,
another felony.
exactly. Don't get my ass on TV. This kind of TV. Oh, I digress. I digress. I digress. But hey, it is a happening. So as I prepare, because I have a new setup, so I can't like dual screen when I'm on when I'm on live. So I wanted to, because I don't think we mentioned that she had a birthday last week, but happy birthday to Chris Statlander, who won her match to eliminator match in order to face Willow for the CMLL title. I don't know about you, but
That Lander's getting it all away.
I think so too. But here's my thing. Okay. I think, and this is really, really, really mad. Uh-oh. I'll say that I'll get back to Justin's comment in a second. But what for Willow, I'm mad. And it seemed like she got the New Japan Strong title as like when she got it, as like a bonus little prize. You know what I mean? And um wait, who wrote the Wrestling on the Rocks thing?
I did.
Is that? Oh, you did. Oh, sure. Okay. So I'm like, wait a minute. Mars didn't come around these parts often. Um, I really feel that this is the CMLL
I'm,
title because when
I
she
am
won it,
just to be clear. I am the voice of the pointless. Go ahead.
there you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. If we get sued, that's all on you. I didn't. I'm not
I
part of
I
that.
don't give a fuck. Let him sue.
Not a part of that. Yes, but I will seek representation from the fine gentleman who represented Colt Cabana versus Phil Brooks. But anyways, just saying. Anyways, no, I don't know. She won the title at a weird little, I don't even want to call it a house show, but it pretty much was a house show for New Japan CMLL in the Bay Area. And that, I don't think that was the plan. Like, if anything, they should have given it to the gal that Stephanie Vacour was supposed to wrestle. But,
There's a reason they didn't do. I can fill in some. Um,
okay.
Justin says it still makes no sense why Statlander asked for an eliminator match instead of asking for a straight up title match. Here's the thing: in order to verify that number one contender, it was Stephanie Vaquer was going to be the one in competition for it. When she left, an eliminator match makes it to where you could justify her legitimacy for the title. Like that's kind of the way they do things down there. They really try to keep that sensibility factor into what they're doing. Now, you might be asking, why would I say that Lander goes over Willow? At one point, Willow held, just in the last year, 5 different titles, had a rocket strapped to her ass going to the moon. Something changed. Now, if you look at it, wasn't what she was wrestling, it wasn't what she was doing. It was a start and stop push that made her irrelevant. once she had lost the title, there was no kickback. Like something that WWE does, and you can kind of think of it in that recourse here, is you've had world heavyweight titles where there might not be a rematch, but there's always something to be said after the fact by the opponent. He got no screen time, thrown to the side, didn't fucking matter. And then the title started dropping. Still does have a couple. There's that, so it's not like she's not a title holder. It's just Chris Statlander, for the most part, has never been given that decent shot at a main event, and CMLL is kind of a major shot. Like,
Yes, Statlander did.
no, she got the treatment of, oh, that's nice, but you can be the beginning match on the card as a title holder. Bullshit. She deserved way better than she got, and
Fair.
she got jobbed out for no fucking reason when she had fans, had the IWC at the same time, and people were talking about her, and then they just done.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Makes sense about Stat. But I don't know. I just feel like with Willow, it's like, damn, she gets the shaft, dude. And she's
She does.
beloved by fans. And, I don't know. I don't know.
Which
But
wrestlers pushed her aside off of TV?
wait, what?
Which wrestlers pushed Willow off TV? Who came back to make her irrelevant?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Thanks, DMD.
Yes.
Thank you.
In the end, I'm glad Willow had the New Japan Strong title, even if they got that they originally wanted. And
true. But Justin, though, my thing was it was like it almost was a consolation prize because she gets it, right? Because the injury, and then all of a sudden they take it off of her like quick snapping in a hurry.
But
how
many guys you have held the New Japan Strong title, let alone a woman, with prominence?
Two. 50%. 50% of that title, as it's been in existence, 50%.
Who's the most recent?
Well, yeah.
And Mercedes. The one before that?
I couldn't tell you.
Right. Now, think about that for a second. Because it was Willow that got beat by Mercedes. Willow was the one who injured Mercedes because not good.
Yep.
So if you want, there are two individuals that are responsible for her ass being taken off TV. The woman she beat without retaining the title, and the woman who's a current challenger. Is that her fault? No.
No, of course not.
But that's why she's getting shafted. And make no mistake about it. You take a personality like that, you move them off TV, they become less title relevant. So they switch it to somebody who is, much in the same way as Dolph Ziggler is a Grand Slam champion for all intents and purposes of his time. Yeah. But then he went like years not really getting anything in general. And that's why a lot of people consider him a joke, even though he was, as we're seeing now, a very strong, very capable, very charismatic champion.
Yeah.
I had this fight. I had to do my homework.
There you go. Okay. All right. But to continue on with our birthdays, because we got a lot of them. So, because I don't know what, but see. So yeah, these are like December babies. So, pretty much this means, you were maybe a holiday like post Thanksgiving or, Christmas romp around. So nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, people. I'm not shaming nobody. I'm just saying that's kind of where your birthday falls. I always kind of look at it and I laugh a little myself just because I think it's hilarious. Hilarious. All right. So we've got a lot of birthday babies. Joe Gacy.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Watched it. Honestly, I don't know.
Let's add that to the.
But we'll talk about that. I know that's not our normal night, our thing, but we'll talk about it.
It's impacting the wrestling world.
Yeah, but that's more of their territory. See, that's how I'm becoming the solo Sokoa because I'm trying to take over everything because I like to figure us as, they're the Raw brand and we're SmackDown because reality, we're better.
Yeah.
Just how SmackDown. I'm just, I'm just, I'm just saying we're doing this now. Justin is calling it now. I have a feeling that by the end of All In, we're gonna have another brawl situation with Britt and Mercedes.
That shit was so funny watching Orange Cassidy have to grab the good doctor and hold her ass.
Yeah, that. Yeah, well, I have some commentary with that, but we will get to that. We will get to that.
Yes.
I will say this, Justin: the better of the women's matches, honestly, right now, and it's probably I'd rather see it. Is I'm talking the fantastic timeless Tony Storm and the glamour Mariah May, because this is going to be a fight for the ages. So we'll see. We will see. I personally don't see Mariah taking it. I don't want her to take it.
I think she will.
Yeah, but sometimes Tony Khan in people's hometowns. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that because it's the birthday fodder. Elliot, cheers to you. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so we've got that Zach Gibson, Grizzled Young Vets. Happy birthday, Shayna Baszler. Fucking love Shayna. Happy birthday. I do love that new that new little faction that they have with her and Zoe Stark and Sonya Deville. Sonya adds such another element to it.
It's so good.
It's so good. I really a big fan. One gentleman that I think for the longest time for ROH was just the man, and it upsets me to no end that we don't see him on television, because I think that he has a lot to offer with the current product at AEW. Happy birthday to Silas Young, the last real man. Dude, his presence is definitely missed in that ROH product. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely missed.
Drop the ball.
So yeah, so happy birthday to you. Also celebrating birthdays, and I know I have to say this just because, and a big fuck you to Hulk Hogan, fuck you. But I guess have a happy birthday, you racist son of a bitch. Anyway, sorry. Alba Fire just celebrating a birthday.
Now,
I totally
Alba Fire. Fuck
we're
yeah.
going away. Alba Fire celebrating a birthday. Adam Brooksy, happy birthday. That's another person that the pandemic ROH got screwed over because we did not get the world to see the amazingness of the true ledge, Adam Brooks. So that kind of breaks my heart a little bit right there. Yeah, Brooksy breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Also having a birthday, Chris Dickinson. He is missed. Honestly, Chris Dickinson's one who, again, another person who I believe deserves a second chance. That's just my opinion. If you don't agree with me, then I question, why are you here? I'm just asking, because we all know who my favorites are. And you either love them or hate them, but you know what? I respect everybody's favorites because that's what we do. We all about respect. Also celebrating birthdays in this round. There's a couple. Kofi Kingston, happy birthday. Johnny Gargano, happy birthday to you. And finally, yes, there is a special birthday, and also could lead into a great segment. All right, everybody, we're gonna need a glass for this one.
Are we?
Yes. So,
yes, ma'am.
I will start off by saying this man whose birthday we are going to be celebrating this week, I think, is a treasure. I thought the minute I heard him do commentary on NWA Power that this man is magical when he replaced Jim Cornette. I will say that I love hearing him and Corey together. There's something magical about them. And also, he will forever be my Drew Whisperer. So, happiest birthdays to motherfucking Stu Bennett, Wade Barrett. Cheers, buddy. Dirty Daddy does need a second chance, Justin. I mean, my thing is this, we all learn and grow. Okay. There are obvious people in this industry who do not deserve second chances or whatever, and we can name them off. But there are some people who, don't. And one thing is I will say this. I think I might have said before in episode 1, but if it weren't for Chris Dickinson and the match that he did with Powerhouse Hobbs at West Coast Pro, I don't think that Hobbs would have been given the audition or signed or looked at. I'm going to say that right now. And even he can at me at that because he knows. That was the match that made him, that elevated his career. So Chris Dickinson.
That was the match, the right place, the right time. God, it hard wrestler.
And it is online on YouTube. So watch it quickly before it goes away, because apparently West Coast Pro has now gotten kind of bigger than their britches, and they're doing a new streaming platform, and you're going to have to pay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, exactly. I have my opinions about with West Coast Pro. One of the things is they announced a couple of shows. They announced one in September. Basically, it's for, I think it's like called For the Homies or something. It's in LA. And my thing is, you put your belts on somebody who, this LA tag team, and yes, it gets a lot of heat in San Francisco, but here's where you're going to get a lot of heat. I've said it before on this podcast. And yes, I'm looking at you, Chris Hero, and I'm looking at you, Scott Pagani, and I will say this, and I will say it to your face too. I don't understand why other cities and not your home have better cards. You're doing better cards for Dave Marquez with doing, that partnership down at the Improv with Championship Wrestling. You're doing better cards in LA as a whole. Just saying. I'm just saying. Well, so their anniversary show of 6 years is coming up in October. This will be the first time I'm going to go to a West Coast Pro show. It's been about a year.
Willis going with you?
Yeah. Willis says he is, but he said, and I quote, he wants Alpha Zoe versus Kevin Blackwood, and we better be getting Alpha Zoe as champ soon. And I agree with him wholeheartedly on that one.
That's fair.
We're getting Shigehiro Irie. I love him. So fucking good. I'm glad to see him back. He'll be back. Now, there is no other big people announced. Unfortunately, that's the day before Wrestle Dream. So I doubt we're going to get anybody. But I will say this. Had you put it on October 18th, which is my birthday.
I mean,
hold on. No. Hold on. I would expect Colt Cabana to wrestle or be asked, because Colt Cabana for me has gone out of his way before to book a match so I could see him wrestle on my birthday. Granted, it was a shitty match that was, the promotion was a shitty person. And I'm not talking bar wrestling. This isn't bar wrestling. This is another shitty person who's still around. He made that happen. That's when I met Royce Isaacs. Shout out to Royce Isaacs. I feel that he would have done it. And I'm not saying your crowd's not, whatever. You have your own agenda with things. What I like, you don't like. What I like, a lot of people don't like. I don't care. I just want to see one of my favorites without having to spend an arm and a leg. That's all.
In terms of the way things are going, and this is sort of a blanket to the promotion It's great to strive to be Wrestling Revolver, but you have not put in the work to be Wrestling Revolver.
Here's where I'm gonna the West Coast right now predominantly has the indie scene. It feels like cheers to you,
Willis!
Willis. And Justin Time said he really misses Powerhouse Hobbs.
I
I
do
do too.
too.
I think we're going to see him return pretty soon. I would say not until maybe around just before Full Gear is my
Yeah.
prediction. Around Wrestle Dream, between Wrestle Dream and Full Gear. That's when we're going to see him. Um, that's my prediction. I will say that Revolver is in a league of its own,
Yes.
just like Defy. Because right now, I get kind of what West Coast Pro, Prestige, and whoever Deadlock Pro. I see what they're trying to do. Okay, I see. I kind of see, but those are some big shoes. And then West Coast Pro at that Justin had said West Coast Pro is Masha versus Kylie Ray in August. I'm intrigued. Yes, they're doing Queen of the Indies again, and that one is going to be interesting. Our defending Queen of the Indies is Masha Slamovich.
Yes.
Whether or not Kylie Ray is going to get the win off of that, I don't know, but I've seen stranger things happen, so you don't know. That one, I'm kind of shocked that that's an opening round match, but I don't create these things. I myself personally, I don't do the because of the King of the
Kylie
Indies fiasco. I'm not going. I didn't go to Queen of the Indies last year. Not going this year. So
Kylie tends to be, he prefers an earlier match if you get it that way and nobody back, gives you time to go and do the clean up and you get on your way. And she has been booking herself like fucking mad. So has Masha between TNA and every other damn promotion. Like this, that woman, she drives in her sleep. I swear to God.
yeah, Masha's been a huge staple over here. Like we've been very lucky to have Masha all the damn time. Like she
Masha's
was. Oh, it was like right before her bubble just like exploded. Like before she was doing TNA, like as much as she was, like right before. So we're very lucky in that aspect, But Queen of the Indies is one to check out if you do like women's wrestling. There's some Joshi on there if if that's your thing and whatnot. I just, yeah, part of the fuel of dislike of Dragon Lee I have because of the King of the Indies and the Queen of the Indies. So yeah, that's just me,
No, no,
So
that's fair.
yeah.
It just
And actually, and I'll tell you what, Willis will attest to this too, is there are a lot of fans that have the same sentiment that I do too, is, you know, about Dragon Lee. I don't know, like with some people, I don't know if they're still like, oh, I could say I'm a fan, but you know what? It kind of turns me off, but
well,
it is what it is. So, but
Dragon
if you
Lee.
guys are curious, oh, hold on, let me just give you a little background.
Okay.
If you're curious to what I'm talking about, is for 3 years in a row, Dragon Lee won King of the Indies. Um, when pre AEW, one of the biggest things, and right before they started, because obviously we knew that Jake Atlas was getting signed to WWE and Jack Perry was going to go to, AEW. There was this time where they had this series of matches that I think are some of the most incredible work that I've ever seen Jack Perry do, along with Jake Atlas. Jake Atlas needs to come back too, by the way. And Jake Atlas at the time, and this was the second time, the second win supposed to be, it was his time to win it. But the final was going to be Jake Atlas versus Dragon Lee, and Dragon Lee refused to lay on his back for a newbie. My thing is that how do you progress a business when you have people that are kind of like that with that kind of attitude? So that soured me. Jake lost. Dragon Lee won it 2 years in a row. Year 3, fast forward. I didn't go to it because as soon as they announced Dragon Lee, I said, "There's your winner. Why do I have to go?" right? And everyone's like, "Oh, don't be like that." I'm like, "Well, what happened?" Willis will say this. He bent the knee for me because I was right, but Fatu should have had it. It was his time. I guess he had gotten injured, but still, at the same token, you could have given it to someone else and you didn't have to give it to Dragon Lee. So when they did Queen of the Indies next, I had a joke that I said, "Oh, I guess is Dragon Lee doing drag so he can win the Queen of the Indies too?" No one liked that, but gotta call spade, guys.
Well,
Yeah,
and
but
I,
that's where that comes from.
I think that kind of goes into my point is that,
Oh,
you know,
Justin said, hearing that kind of stuff makes me lose a lot of liking for Dragon Lee.
there's
Yikes.
well,
You
there's the
know,
thing. Did you
yeah,
notice how WWE used them for maybe half a dozen, about 12 matches? Gone.
yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
a reason for that.
Mhm.
But to my earlier point is that, you know, ever nobody expects their small promotion to be, the next big thing, the next W, the next W. Nobody expects that because that's just unrealistic, stupid. It's a great goal, but it's stupid. The more attainable goal is an attempt to be Wrestling Revolver. And while they are a league of their own because they have put in the years work, because it doesn't matter who's controlling the book and who runs it. If you get promotion,
No,
people won't do it.
no, no.
And even West Coast Pro, for as many of the nice things that they've had go on there, and for many of the things that they've had, they have not put in the level of work that Sammy Callahan has by a fucking country mile.
No. Sammy knows. Sammy, the thing that I love about Revolver, and I know I've said it before in episode one, the care
Yes.
that Sammy puts into the damn shows, his passion, you see it there. Like when I went, and I've really been wanting to go to a show, another show that's Wrestling Revolver and not involved with like WrestleMania, WrestleCon, all that stuff, is that his show, he was out there passing out the tickets
Yep.
to everyone who prepaid. He was organizing the line. I mean, he was like running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And to have that much care, and he was on top of it and knew, and he thanked every single person that was coming in. That's a big thing. Like the little touches like that. It's like that's where it's missed. We don't need the big conglomerate of all these indie things, because let me tell you this, right? I believe personally, like if you can't do it well, and there is a place for all of these, absolutely, but there is no, in my opinion, I don't think there should be some kind of like competition for whatever, because let's be honest, like the way indies survived pre this boom of AEW and things like that, we need to go back to that. Okay, we do. Yes, there was the eliteness in having PWG. That's not coming back anytime soon, because
No,
I know.
they
Shout
killed
out
that
to Super
goodwill.
Dragon. No, he'll come back, but shout out to him because he's taking care of his mom. Also, shout out to Marcus Mack. All y'all taking care of your moms and family. Know that you were missed. I'm right there with you.
Oh,
So
I was
cheers
saying
to
about
that.
PWG. They had a lot of fan goodwill that they had built up over the years and pissed it all away in the most
It's not that they.
disrespectful way possible.
I don't think. I don't know. I can argue with that, but I just am like, hey, let's get back to getting these guys, like these younger talents. Let's get them, you know, so a big variety of some of these people coming in and working them, right?
Well,
Seriously, because like my big thing is that yes, West Coast Pro, he should be proud. I think he was one of the factors of Daniel Garcia being as freaking huge as he was. He fucking wrestled murdered grandpa, you know? And it's one of those things where I'm like,
yeah.
but but going back to Justin real quick before that whole gets lost. Dragon Lee, the other reason why I don't is because I almost saw him like he injures a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I saw him literally less than 50 feet away from almost killing Hiromu Takahashi.
And he's not the
And
only
that was scary because I'm sitting there, that place, like, it was so silent. And I looked to my friend Ben, he was on my left, and I said to Ben, is he moving? And Ben said, I was just about to ask you the same question. That was the one where his neck, and they didn't even know like how long it would be. They didn't even know if he could go back to Japan. And yeah, it was the big thing. Hype says one thing about the lower end indies is they give guys fresh out of training a chance to get reps. It
Yes.
does. And also when you have these indies too, you guys should always ask your talent if they will do a seminar. Okay? Because honestly, they will probably, if you tell them that they could have a chance to do a seminar, they might lower their rate a little bit. But these are the future of what we're going to be seeing. And so to expose them to all sorts of different styles and stuff, I think that that's like invaluable like education.
Like
Yeah.
even giving the of go to Japan, be a fucking jobber. Fine. Learn the Japanese way of doing things. You're gonna go to CMLL or AAA, go learn lucha style.
Hmm.
These are skills that can teach you, no matter what style you wrestle, to be better at wrestling.
Absolutely. You go to Europe, go to like a WXW, go to like Overhausen, go to, like go places and see how, what that's gonna what it looks like.
MCW, like MCW is a
Yeah.
prime example. They have
Mhm.
literally raised dozen champions of our modern era straight out the gate. But
Absolutely.
they're
Mhm.
smart. They don't go fucking pay-per-view Hollywood even could. They
Mhm.
don't call on their names from back in the day to try to make themselves relevant, though they could. They produce great talent. If the talent doesn't meet expectation, they get told either improve or get fucked.
Yeah.
Because it's a big deal. If you say I come from MCW, it means something.
Mhm.
And that's what some of these promotions you can get to that point of being the unsung hero of the. If you want an example, before Seth Rollins was signed, okay, like it was a whole cornet thing and angle, and he was getting, what is it? Future jobber was the chant that they were giving Seth freaking Rollins, you know, but he trained with, very trained, dedication to the business, took him from, you know, working bingo halls and VFWs, being one of the most over fucking people on the planet.
Mhm.
That's just kind of a line because, Dragon Lee has an ex to walk in and be the next Rey Mysterio. The problem is Dragon Lee is not even close to Rey Mysterio. And I can give you one prime example. You want to see what selling is like? Rey Mysterio once had a half-assed match, then went backstage, got his ass beat multiple times over, and then lawn darted into a production. And you swear to God that they just killed him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's the
that's
new
selling.
school. It's
Yeah.
the new school of the no sell. I hate that. I
Yep.
I just it just I just hate that. That's just my, oh, it just kills me. You know,
Yep.
I will say, like, with schools, right? There are a lot of places that have great schools that are associated with their promotion. Obviously, MCW is like the top of that list. You can't forget AIW. Right now, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's Dominic Guarini, and I can't remember but right before, when Gargano went to WWE, him and Candice were the trainers
Fucking
over
huge.
there. And you got people like, Matthew Justice, if you're a GCW fan, that's where he came from. AJ Gray, to name a few. I remember these guys did like the young kind of their quote unquote young lions thing. It's when they do the J-Lit tournament, and a lot of these guys you're seeing now out there, and it's amazing to me. Like I just am like, whoa.
Oh,
AJ Gray said I'm old as fuck
it's like
if I
the
remember that.
early career of one of the best high flyers of all time,
Yeah.
Ricochet, who's under a mask for the first portion of his career until he got done and signed after Lucha Underground.
Well, here's the thing: is people like a lot of people with Ricochet. They're like, oh yeah, they think that it was Lucha Underground that made him. I'm like, no,
No,
it was his busting his chops. Dragon's Gate in Japan,
Dragon's
and not
Gate
only
was
just
it.
Dragon's Gate in Japan, but also then when he was doing New Japan. So that yeah, Prince Puma just gave him that holy shit moment. It gave everybody on that roster holy shit moments. Like, oh my god, even that weird guy that was masked that has the same move set as Jeff Cobb. That guy, yeah, that was your first television, exposure to that, and it was
Oh,
great. I personally loved it because I'm a Matt Striker commentary person myself, but also the storytelling that was there with it. And yeah, for me, loved it.
like
It's like that was lightning in the bottle. I don't think you could duplicate it.
the
You could
Dragon's
try.
Gate, he's one of the few I think out of Dragon's Gate that has ever went masked. Like that's kind of a thing. He went masked, if I
That's true.
recall.
Yeah, because Pac didn't do it, and I'm trying
No,
to think of other people.
because
Yeah,
Pac's
no,
an IG,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
But
Uh,
yeah, no. So, but schools like All Pro Wrestling, we miss them.
APW was good.
The APW had a lot. Roland produced a lot of people out of there, and love him or hate him, you can thank them for Jack Perry, Powerhouse Hobbs. Um, did a lot of stuff with them as well too.
Yeah,
So definitely, there's a lot. Santino Brothers out of LA gave you Jake Atlas, Brody fucking King. A lot of people came
the
out of there.
Mad
There's some really
King,
great ones.
baby. Sorry,
Yes, there's a
I got.
lot of really good. There's yeah, I have feels for Buddy coming back. Oh, I'm like, oh, this is fucking great because yeah,
I mean,
they
that's
need to do more
we
fucking House
because
of Black.
we tangented, but this guy bar the IW. So if
Yeah,
you have a problem,
we're all over the place.
eat a dick.
But
I'd
but
I'd like
Ricochet
that.
now.
Ricochet, they think he's gonna go to AEW, and my thought is, and like I said, it came out of the New Bloodlines camp that AEW is a mid card promotion. Why that was said was every all time name that made them big, they shelved for people they bought from AEW or New Japan. Or not a
You mean WWE?
WWE
Yeah.
and New Japan.
Hmm.
So that is one of those things that is a big tell because part of the downfall of WCW was pulling in big names, paying them high dollars, and then a lot of the talent that made them big got sent to catering. It's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. But also, you got to realize too is that right now with the two standouts of the the roster that are missing, Wardlow and Ricky Starks,
Yep.
it's both about petty. Wardlow
Oh
is
yeah.
not confirmed, but I'm under the firm belief
Oh yeah.
um,
It's
of
backstage related.
go back to episode 1. I'm under that firm belief. Um, we need the views. Go back. Um, that's my shilling. Um, go back. I think 2 weeks ago, maybe. But yes, go back to episode 1, and yeah, I had some tea. It was tasty tea. That's what we're seeing, and it kind of bothers me, but whatever. But Ricochet, I have a prediction, and I want to call this out, and I want to see how right I can be,
Okay.
and see if I'm booking AEW again. Here's my prediction. So I don't know how much you know about what's going on with my dear friend Ocean Spray.
Oh,
See what I did
Asprey.
there? Oh, Asprey. Yes. Okay, I'll let you tell them what you found.
Okay. So, initially I wasn't warm to MJF, and then the more shit he started talking, and how right he was about a lot of fucking people, I was like, okay, this guy's clever. I get it. So, while following his whole thing, he made a comment referring to Will Ospreay as Will Asprey, which I immediately made sure that Amanda saw. Uh, which he has dragged him and Fletcher like over the fucking coals for 3 weeks on social media in the most ridiculously funny shit ever.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
I'm
well, Amanda became an MJF fan.
well, here's the thing. It's not that I became a fan. Here's my thing. Max, 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 Max. Oh, son of Colt Cabana.
True. Fuck.
True. Their DNA. There's it's on YouTube. Hashtag facts. Um, I expected a little bit better than you. Asprey. Asprey. No.
Well,
No. Well, I get it. It's cute.
I was thinking
Or
that
maybe you don't want to touch the Ocean Spray thing because we all know where that came from.
I think it's
And
more
and
to
honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he did call him Ocean Spray. It's like, oh, that fucking bitch.
well,
I'm like, yeah, I'm stalking you, motherfucker.
I,
No, but
I think I get it.
yeah, I get it. I get
He
it.
shows his ass
I
during matches and it sprays all over them and nobody looks.
no, we don't. I don't. Okay, first of all, I've never seen his ass. I have no on the peachometer. It's like negative numbers, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have an ass.
It's
He's an ass,
Zero
but
Peaches.
yeah, not even zero. It's negative peach. If you can
That's
even do that, that's the ones that rot on the tree and fall off, and it's just sitting there and it becomes nothing. Even
yeah.
the ants after a while don't even want a piece of that, or
You're
the animals. Yeah, no, they don't want that.
the
But
only wrestling show on the internet that has an ass ring. What the fuck?
oh, poor Digi. He's like, man, Marsh, I got stuck with like the ass ratings, peaches, and all this.
I mean,
Why, God, why?
look, we've had this conversation, and Bailey, as far as women, has one of the nicest asses.
Yeah, absolutely,
Fact.
absolutely, absolutely facts. Hold on
All
a
right, so
second
go
here.
ahead. Sorry, I kind of
Um,
distracted you.
oh no! I actually something happened here and it wants me to
Oh,
share a window.
oh,
Sorry, hold on. How do I cancel that? Oh, geez, hold on, hold
uh,
on. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties on my end, guys. Technical difficulties. Sorry, technical
man,
difficulties.
we were all over the fucking place. We had topics set out, but you know how it is in a dive
Yeah, well,
bar.
yeah, I know. So Ricochet. Back to that.
He's not
It-
going
well, no.
to
Hear
use
me
his
out. Hear me
fucking.
out. Hear me out. This is when we're gonna see Ricochet because of everything that's going on with the whole um this whole MJF thing, right? MJF doesn't need anybody. This we know, yes. Okay. But I have a feeling because pretty much we're repeating storylines here for the sake of having this thing at Wembley and trying to beat, who has the biggest balls.
I
Um
remind me about
I
Wembley when you're done.
okay. I have a feeling that we will see the debut of one Ricochet. Now, where I'm headed with this, Wrestle Dream, we're going to see Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. That's where that's going to happen. I'm calling it now. I don't think anyone has thought about that. I think that there's going to be something at All In, All Out, and then the next pay per view is when they actually are going to wrestle each other. I see it. I see it. So, with that being said, I'm making the bold statement that MJF will retain. Billy Boy, you're gonna have to lose in London to get this pulled off, or you do take it off of MJF, which I think is kind of stupid because if you take a title off of MJF, he's almost irrelevant. He does have his star power, yes, but again, he's very irrelevant in the world of things that are over there because where does he fit? So that's my predictions right now. If any of you like podcasters, if you share this opinion and you want to claim it your own, guess what? I know where you freaking live, people.
Calling you out,
Yeah,
Justin.
I'm calling. No, no, no. I'm talking about some big guns.
Oh,
They know who they are. And I'll wave to them. Yeah, you might not like me, but you like my stuff more than enough to like steal it.
it's true. Oh,
Hashtag facts. So, but yes, that's where I'm seeing with Ricochet. Am I off? Am
I
I like
think so.
smoking crack somewhere or what?
Let me, Wembley, right?
Okay.
There was something that was brought as an interesting fact by
Mm.
some unpopular but very correct pundit that said the difference between AEW and WWE in terms of Wembley, AEW must pay to get into Wembley, WWE gets paid to go into Wembley Stadium. And that very much the I see from a business standpoint because can't tell the product is on the not just a downturn, but oh god downturn. They're
Mm.
in 2018 levels of TNA viewership.
Mhm.
You know, they have the right network but shitty retention, whereas they have the wrong network and better retention. The fuck did you do to piss God off? Uh, so in terms of Ricochet, all right, if I were a betting man, I'd say he doesn't sign with a. I think he to hit the forbidden door. Kiro, baby, what up?
Bro.
Uh, I think that Ricochet probably signs back over to why? Because AAA is on the up, CMLL is on the down. AAA knows what they're getting. He knows the style and he knows how to work safe. And they are lacking a lot of star power to get into the Western market. They're gunning to get back into since the when Lucha Underground got shut down, that hindered AAA's entrance into the Western market. I know I just went all business and shit.
No,
So
and also too, I think also the acquisition of having one of and giving the second chance to one of the most fucking talented wrestlers that's out there and right now
yep,
he needs his platform. Hashtag we want Marty. Of course, gotta rep his when he did his Black Craft Cult thing. And if you want to know what it is, it's a Plague Doctor mask. I know you've seen it before.
Taco Bell
But
already beat Jack Perry like he stole something in a Kmart.
yeah,
That
so
shit was so fucking funny.
it was horrible. You know, Taco Bell, if they're it depends on what they come in, like what they come in to fight with. If they come in to fight with like, you know, the Baja Blast stuff, no, because that sounds weak sauce. And the Cheez It, I love Cheez Its, but that was kind of a loser, you know. It
Slap his
was not
ass
very
around with
long.
a quesadilla, then
Yeah,
shove
and
a couple tacos down his throat.
honestly, like, yeah, yeah, they Taco Bell failed. I know the meat is enough to knock out someone cold. That's
It's
not even
true.
meat. I remember back in the day when actually it was meat.
And it tasted so different.
And it was good. It was good. It was good. The shells were good. Everything was good. If you are in the San Jose area and miss the old time Taco Bell, I will suggest to you there is a place in Campbell, California, and it is called Taco Bravo. That is like the original. And let me tell you, you can get something that I call like $10 nachos. 10-pound nachos. They're like $10. This is their tacos, very quality. Love them to death. And they make a version of the enchilito too, which is a lot better than when Taco Bell decides to bring it back. But damn, I do love their Mexican pizza, and damn, I do love a good chalupa,
Now,
the fried one, not the other one.
I'm going to lose my train of thought, so I got to get this out of my head.
Okay.
So, where I was is I think he goes for probably a South American promotion. It makes sense for him to go to AAA because Conan will put his ass to the fucking moon because he has a former working relationship with Conan, who was his manager, Lucha Underground, that can put that out there, fucking money. He can go
Yeah.
up there to AEW, work a couple of side things with Forbidden Door. He'll get his TV time. He'll make Osprey look like a dick, and then go back and ride that wave and be the poster boy for AAA, which gets back into the Western TV
Yeah.
market.
Yeah. I think that it's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
It's only
it's gonna happen.
Just as I feel now, why do I feel that NXT in October, when they're doing that show, AEW is doing a Tuesday night show, why do I have a feeling that it's going to be an absolute evening? Why? Why am I getting that feeling?
Because
It's a big fuck you to Tony Khan. Yeah.
there's more coming his way.
Oh, I know there's more coming his way. I know there is, but
Like,
that's what you get for what you like the product. But
I'm
it is what
glad
it
you're
is.
watching NXT.
That was Joe Hendry in ROH.
Fucking
That was the start of this beautiful shit. And I will say this till the cows come home. Yeah, that's a definite missed opportunity right there. And Kira says, because Drew McIntyre won at SummerSlam, he is technically the lineal AEW world champion.
It's 1000% correct.
1000% correct. Has anyone brought this to Drew's attention?
Yes.
It has been.
It has been. It was brought like the day after something.
Oh wow! And what did he say? Because I know he's the ultimate troll.
Just he liked it, and I think his response was something of, "Yeah, I can be a champion anywhere." Something like that. It was just like, wow, big time in a motherfucker.
Let's go there. This was a topic I wanted to bring up, but since we're here right now, I might as
Let's
well
do it.
Okay. So apparently, and I saw this on my Twitter feed, and I want everybody's opinion on this one.
God.
So the gal that originally made that bracelet and gave it to Phil Brooks, CM Punk, is wanting compensation.
Not what she said.
Well, it looks like it. It's looking like it. Like you want something out of it.
It was taken in fun, and I could probably explain it from 1,000 feet view.
She's not wanting compensation.
No.
But why does it look like she wants compensation?
Because people took it, twisted the shit out of it, and spun it as it did.
See, that here, prime example. Me thinking she wants compensation. It's like people saying that Marty Scurll's a pedophile. Okay, people at the game telephone.
Right. She didn't want.
She said she didn't want anything out of it.
Correct.
But how come some of her posts look like she does though?
Because they're only giving you snippets without context. I've been following this actually because I found it fascinating. He just wanted to know because it's not like she gave wrestler a gift. Now this gift is.
Kiro saw the post before her
So did I. Like now this gift is being turned into a central point of a feud on global TV.
Yeah.
And by and large, I think, and I agree, I think some level of, at least acknowledgement of where it came from should be addressed because they keep talking about, well, this bracelet, he wears it, but maybe that little bit of that backstory it is really left off of things, and it shouldn't be. Because I think that's cool to run into the story as well. You know, fan gave me this because he knows how much I love dog and my wife, and my wife loved it, my dog loved it, and I've been wearing it ever since as a constant reminder of the fans who supported me, my wife who loves me, and my dog who is loyal to me. Like he could write that shit spinning in circles, and I don't know whether legal is taking that from him because I'm sure he has to remember, especially now, you know. But shit isn't one of the things that may be a minor acknowledgement, if that.
Oh, I'm gonna get to Kira's little post in a moment, but
Fucking
little thing because that one will really derail everything, Kira. So I'm gonna wait for that. I don't know. I think my thing is, as of somebody who like it's cool, right? It's
Right.
cool, but the way, like, because like I said, it looked like she wanted compensation, and I'm just like, girl, you made a friendship bracelet. Now, I'm not mocking the fact that I think it's cool that because of this bracelet, it's got people bent, and it's a hell of a storyline. That's amazing.
Yeah, the
That's
whole
amazing.
fucking feud is
That's
based around it.
for my big thing is this is it's like that is something that is like fucking that's a magical thing, right? Like that's what a story to tell somebody. Like tell your grandkids and shit like that. That's an amazing story. Like if Cody handed you, his weight belt, like one of these kids, amazing stories, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
these things are absolutely like some of the most like amazing shit. Like me,
Or the kids
like
that got the action figures of Kofi Kingston and the um fuck the other guy from New.
yeah.
I
Like
forgot
me, okay. Like my big thing was, like me, I tell my grandkids is, you know, I made part of Marty Squirrel's entrance gear. It made an appearance in All In, the original All In, the one that counts. Yeah, and a New Japan show too, but the original one, and that's like something like no one can, that's like a cool like memory, because like when you look at his entrance photos, there you see it like all blinged and whatever, you know, and it's just shit like that, and I'm sure like Dave, friend of the show, his viral clip, Still Really Me, Damn It. Yeah, he'll have that beyond forever, and his
it.
family.
Yeah. That
Just
all,
yeah, and it's
all she
cool.
wanted was
Like
acknowledgement. I mean, just some acknowledgement that it happened. It could have been a Twitter post. Could have
okay,
been
well,
inconsequential. That's all she
here's
wanted.
the thing. Here's the thing, girlfriend. You're dealing with Phil Brooks. If anybody should acknowledge, it's Phil Brooks. End of story.
Nah,
I think so because that's who she gave it to.
I don't
Okay.
care. I think Drew should
I
do it
care.
and heal his ass up with it. Going,
Drew also should. But here's the thing, though. Okay. I don't want Drew slaughtering some little girl.
no,
Okay.
no, no, no,
Like,
no. Like, this is what Drew should do. He should go, you didn't make that bracelet. Your wife didn't make that bracelet. Your dog didn't make that bracelet. A fan made that bracelet for you, knowing how much you loved your wife and your dog, and you can't even give her the common decency of saying her name.
oh, damn. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm
Like,
all the feels for this. All the feels for this. Can we tell Drew McIntyre this, please? Can we tell Drew McIntyre
yeah,
this, please?
he could even go, hey, punk, Tell me when I'm telling lies. And he can talk on the mic all he wants, but he ain't got shit he can say about that.
I have big troll face.
Yeah,
Big troll face. Yeah. Oh my god, that's just
maybe that's
oh my
coming,
god.
but it's
No, who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's funny that I'm surprised that they haven't jumped on the friendship band bracelet bandwagon. I know AEW has with Orange Cassidy. They've been doing that pretty hardcore. But this was before that bracelet showed up into the ether. But hey, I'm just, you know, I'm just like, yeah. So yeah, so that's fun. That's a fun thing. Um, at least you made it, and you're not passing your work on for someone else, like the yarn butts girl. But that's a different story
yeah.
for a different day. Anyways, so moving on. Kiro said, I came up with a new rating system for how I watch AEW just because I spite Meltzer so much. And Kiro, I would like to know, what is your AEW rating system? How do you watch AEW? Digi? I know you really don't,
I
but
don't.
how would you watch it? But how would you watch it?
With disdain and disgust. I find the product. There are short flashes of the pan that are worth watching, like, Timeless Storm,
Mhm.
whole feud that she's got going on with Mariah May. That's about the only one I can tell you about because everything else is so irrelevant. I know I won't like it because Scott Steiner, of all fucking people, had a very big point. If there was no real story behind it, not just, well, there's a reason. No, there
Mhm.
needs to be an investment in that story. If there is no emotional investment in a story, nobody fucking cares.
You know what's interesting is, okay, there's two things that have come into play. Okay, now
Hmm.
we've now seen Camille Brickhouse twice, or the Brickhouse Camille, whatever, same
Hmm.
thing. We've now seen her twice. She actually spoke, which I thought was really unusual.
Nice.
Um, not, I'm kind of like, with that. I'm not this DMD thing. I'm not thrilled about. You know whose feud that is so underrated right now, and it's still going on. And I know people
Okay.
are probably like, we're sick of these ones. Diana and Thunder Rosa. They're doing a
Yo,
bull rope match next Wednesday. I'm all for that because what I love about the Diana Perazzo Thunder Rosa thing is that you've got two stubborn women, very stubborn women. And Diana's not really gotten a clean one on Thunder Rosa. And that sucks, you know. But I think that that's one I'm looking forward to. And that's been a really good like storyline. I will say the women have had pretty good storylines going back to Statlander and Willow Nightingale. You know, looking at all of these, I wish Mercedes and the Good Doctor was a little bit better. I think of all of the storylines with the women, that's the worst of them all, and that's the big money one. I think the biggest winner is Tony Storm and Mariah May right now with that one,
I
just because it's such a different level. So I don't know,
yes,
but
but I think that one of the things that we have is the grace. People know that when they're watching Thunder Rosa, it's going to be a damn good. People know when they watch Gianna Perrazzo, it's going to be a damn good match. Now you just put the two of them into a fucking bull rope match. Money, take
money
fucking money.
next Wednesday,
Right.
the last one they're doing in Texas next Monday, and that's going to be like amazing. So Kiro says, I rate matches now out of 5 based on athleticism, story, emotion, build, and feud. So I'm factoring in commentary, crowd reaction, the build to the match, the feud it's fueling, the commentary selling the story, the emotion the action gives if a match doesn't have perfect, and if a match doesn't have perfect in all those categories, it doesn't get a 5. And Kiro, that's a damn good system. That's a damn good system. But here's the problem with the system. The problem is the commentary. With
Well,
Shivani on commentary, that no, he has to be taken out of the equation because he just like either kills it or it's just dude.
Shivani is running
No,
out his contract. Fucking, he's so sick of this stupid childish.
I mean, I'll tell you what I thought was some gold, right? And I'm like really like all for this is I'm all about Nigel and Excalibur together. They've done just the two of them. I love Taz, don't get me wrong. Love them to death. But the two of them are gold. The two of them are gold. And I honestly like when you have Taz in there with them is great. I love the chemistry that Taz has with Nigel. Nigel's like I will say has been like the fucking unsung hero of AEW and that commentary team. He's the unsung hero. When you
Commentator
get
Jones over there.
yeah, when you get Riccaboni in it, like Riccaboni's great, but then when you put him in I love him in Caprice, okay? I know everybody gets on me with it, but when they go off the rails, it's very hard to go back. And I think Ian Riccaboni is an excellent play-by-play. And as Kira says, Shivani's wanted to leave since the day they told him he had to work with Taz and Excalibur. Well, then why fucking be there, dude?
Because the money
Why?
is too good to pass up, and now he's
Oh,
recognizing
stupid
it.
people.
Tarnish,
Stupid people.
you know, everybody's starting to learn. Going to AW is short money, but your long term is fuck.
And I am like liking Matt Menard, Daddy Magic on commentary. He's growing on me. It's growing on me. I really do. Really like him. I'm liking him a lot. Just as I kind of like Ricky on there, but to be quite honest, I think one of the best. Willis says, "I love Ian. No Diddy. I know Willis is like a huge Riccaboni fan. He's got the Happy Wrestling T-shirt and the whole bit. I think it's great. So Shivani signed for 6 years. Well, guess what? He's almost up. So a year
Yep.
goes by quickly. But at least he gets TV time every week.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's...
Oh, it says Tony Schiavone is officially done with his contract January 20th, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just as Ricky Starks was done with his contract June 30th, 2024. But why is he still on the roster page?
Yeah, because he's under a 90-day non-compete.
But he did an indie show.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that was pre. Never mind. Sorry. I corrected myself. Sorry. Yeah. But anyways, no.
Even if he did, that's not really hard for them.
Well, yeah. BCW is not really. Anyways, I digress. So, but yeah, no. Here's the good thing on non-competes. Non-competes are legal now. Interesting. Very good.
They absolutely are. But if the contract was signed before that ratification, there's argument for yeah. It's just safer to kind of.
It's safer to wait it out. So, but Kira, yeah, it's the problem also too with the storylines and stuff with AEW. There's things there and there's not things there. And it's, I don't know. But I will say this. I feel that one of the last true 5-star matches that we had in AEW were those Danielson Starks matches.
Yeah.
I said it. Hmm. No, nothing on like Zack Sabre Jr. Okay. I will say Wrestle Dream was great, but was it 5 star? No. It was like 4.75 because they could have done it a little bit more as far as the build up to that and how making sure that their fan base knew what the true importance was of that. Poor job. So, but I don't know. And Kira says last night is a good example of them messing up with story in AEW. I'm assuming Kiro, you're on the wavelength of oh, I don't know if you're on the wavelength I am on with the Jeff Jarrett thing and Swerve and Brian Danielson. I don't know about if it's that. But Kiro says I was watching with a buddy who was waiting for OC and his group to come out. He's not on social and he was confused why Orange Cassidy was with random people. You know, I'll
Yep.
tell you. I'll tell you. Well, right now it's due to injury. It's due to injury right now. But Orange Cassidy is only on TV because that's a name now that people identify with AEW. Um, Tony Khan only posted the information on social media story wise when they weren't going to be there. You know, my thing is this is why are you flying all of your talent in the day of a show?
Because there was during that point there were so many flight cancellations and all this other bullshit that everybody was having trouble making a lot of flights.
But also, but also not there was a hurricane. We know you live in Florida. This is tis the season, right? But my thing is it's like especially when there's inclement weather, right? And you're running places like this, you would want to get your talent in as early as possible to try to avoid, right?
Yeah.
And I know things it's like card subject to change and stuff. I get it, but there's just certain things, but I don't understand why. Because like Bronson Reed was trying to get to Raw several occasions. He's had cancellation after cancellation, but he was going in before. So that's where it's like, huh? And then it says here because he's not even at half the shows. The last 2 shows he was in Paris. Oh, of course he's in Paris. So who's running the show back there?
He's
They're
running it
letting Christopher
remotely.
Daniels run it.
No, he's running it remote.
Yeah, no. Well, oh, I don't. What's he trying to do? Recruit whatever. He's such a scenester. My thing is that you're spending your father's money. He's put a lot of money into this company. Him remotely via Will Washington. Will Washington. You're
Yep.
having Will Washington run your show when you've got people back there that I don't know.
I've worked the highest levels of the wrestling in terms of
Who could do it. So you can't trust like someone like a Jeff Jarrett to kind of help out and give some advice. You can't trust, other people either.
not that Jeff Jarrett's ever booked a show, ran a wrestling company that be
Yeah, not like
significant.
he doesn't have the experience. Yeah, not, you can't lean on some of these guys who are like Asianing some of your matches and stuff and producing.
Yep.
Will is literally picking who gets TV time. Will Washington,
Stop it.
what are you doing? Stop it. Okay, stop it. We need variety. I am so sick of seeing goddamn The Kingdom. Sick of seeing Matt Taven on my TV. God, I'm so sick of it. I am so disgustedly sick of it. Sick of it. I'm sick of them having titles that they don't ever defend. Okay? Because there are other people out there that deserve that. You know who deserves title belts with Ring of Honor right now? Goddamn Top Flight. I'm not going to go on my tirade. But I love the addition of having flight attendant Layla Gray.
Yeah.
Girl looks good. Girl, you looking good. I like how you have those that You need that total throwback Pan Am girl look. That's what you damn need with the pillbox hat. Anyways, hence why Ricky started getting booked after Will Washington was hired, but didn't say that. Oh,
Yeah.
he has heat. Ricky has heat with Will Washington.
More like Will has heat with Ricky, not the other way around.
What's Rick? What? Oh, give me the tea, please, because this is new to me. I did not know this. Give me the tea.
Uh, if I've understood, and I am not saying this is fact, okay, but Will is a jealous bitch. I could say it like that. That
Because
is
Ricky's got a fucking fine ass. Shit. You can do squats too. Have you ever seen the guy like work out? Yeah, his ass like it's gotten better. It's like a fucking
he's
fine wine. Over time it's as it
got the
ages,
look,
it's oh,
the skill. He can talk.
mhm,
Prime time ready with some
mhm.
adjustment. Will Washington not anywhere near as close. Tell us bitch theory at work.
And then the problem that also comes with it is when that happens, Ricky starts like um he's his own then he becomes his own worst enemy.
Well, and he's also
But I love you.
oblivious when he
I love
piss people.
yeah, he pisses a lot of people off. And my thing is, it's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. But anyways, I'm not gonna I'm gonna stop because we're getting too inside baseball. So interesting. But yeah. Okay, well, Washington, I don't think any never thought anything of you, and now I really
I
yeah,
mean,
I'm
that is
sorry.
my understanding. It's purely conjecture. It's based on things
I
I've
don't
been
know.
told, but
I don't know.
what
But
I've been told.
I'm yeah. But honestly, like I will say this. I need to know, Kiro, do you know anything about you had an apple versus bread on Dynamite?
That makes yeah, about right for the product.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah, no. Don't. I will say one segment that was pretty damn great was giving Mother Wayne the fucking the trios belt instead of giving it to Luchasaurus. I was on the floor rolling
That's it's
the other day. That was the fucking best thing ever because I'm like, yeah, he does really kind of suck. But then again, you know, why is Nick Wayne's mom even in the picture? So yeah.
because she's
Anywho's,
over and he's not.
I don't know, but no, but no, I just those kind of family storylines, man, just so stupid. So Brian Keith versus Shibata was apple versus bread. Yeah, yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna say it. This bad apple thing, I don't like it. I love Brian Keith. I do. I do. He's been my fucking him and Takesha have been my two favorite finds. But like with Brian Keith with me a little bit more than like with Takeshita, only because I've seen him live more. And that's where he really drew me in was the live. I will say that it's hard. This bad apple thing is very hard for me to watch. I'm like, oh, it's really hard. It's so hard. I'm like, ugh. But I will
I
say,
mean, Hero's not
oh,
wrong. I did
Hero
kind of
is
I did
made he made you smile. You've made it you've done his job for the week.
I'm gonna make Hero smile. Watch this.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna
Okay.
shift a little bit of topics because I gotta keep my man card. But before I do that, Hero, love you, buddy. I am glad you come by the dive bar and you give us, as with Willis and Justin and Hype, y'all y'all bring some good to this.
Y'all,
I love you guys.
everybody who comes in, everybody. And let's not forget people because we had other people in here
Yep,
who was in here earlier.
all of y'all.
Elliot, y'all's. Thank you. Because we know that you can listen to other people, which you probably do,
Do
but we
you, Hero? You and I need to talk on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said,
Again? Oh, ooh, again,
so
again.
Monday night,
Well, you know what? You'll love it because we talk about them all the time now. So,
of course
um,
we do. God damn it.
of course we do. Duh, duh. Where are you going with this next part? Because I'm gonna. There's something that's near and dear to my heart
Do your
right
near and
now.
dear.
I'm sad.
Why?
Goddamn fucking Wesley.
Oh, that's Tuesday night. I'm the day before.
Oh, I
But
know.
yeah,
But
let's talk about Wesley. Like that.
oh, actually, Kiro, you reminded me again. You know whose birthday is also coming up? Scott Demore.
Yes.
Happy birthday. You're missed. At least by me. But um, I know everyone's like, why, Wes, why? And I love that he was like, you abandoned me. You know, like, where were you? His words. I think it's brilliant. It's beautiful. I'm hoping that this story really progresses and it all comes back. Trey Miguel's playing his part beautifully, but it made me sad. It broke my heart. It said to me, Amanda, we can't have nice things.
Oh, what it should say to you, Amanda, the Rascals are about ready to embark on the biggest mainstream takeover they have ever fucking.
Yeah,
Everybody's talking about it. People who have no fucking idea who the Rascals
I know.
are now looking, learning, and MSK
Mm-hmm.
and what it all means.
Because that's how fucking great they are.
Right.
And that's where it fucking kills me that you had this crazy fucking psycho bitch, like dictate it. And, but this is again, prime example. When you get a second chance with things, this is beautiful. This is main roster quality shit. I mean, it's magical. It is so fucking
If
magical. It's
you would
not
have
even
just
funny.
left it at the idea of just the Rascals and MSK, man, this blew up because there was conflict. And that doesn't mean there can't be healing. That doesn't mean that things can't
They'll be
change.
healing.
But these guys have always deserved such a bright ass light, all three of them, that
Yes.
now they got it. One is healed, two are faced. There's gonna be a fourth man involved. We're gonna get some badass tag action.
Who's your fourth man? Myron Reed to me is not the guy.
Matt Cardona.
What?
That's my guess.
Why is that Matt Cardona?
Because there's been way too many hints dropped that not to be true.
Hmm.
He doesn't. He commentates about other shit, but he commented on this.
Chris Bay is what Kiro's saying.
Maybe
Um,
I could give Chris
maybe, but
Bay.
no, no, no. You know who another good one would be?
Fredo,
Speedball.
Speedball Mike Bailey. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speedball
Uh,
would be a good one.
you know what other be a
Uh,
good one?
mm,
Your favorite and mine, the Canadian Frankenstein.
he's in his own world. Congratulations to him and Steptoe.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh.
On that TNA kick, which to get this out of my head, Zero, next time you're backstage, just tell Lady Jess, you know the one I'm talking about, if you happen to hear that Gigi sends his love. He'll know. Uh,
Kiro said no to what? Steph
yeah.
Delander and PCO?
Dude,
Is that
I
what you're saying?
love that. That is such a classic.
Don't congratulate them. He got kidnapped on TNA by Matt Cardona. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never
See?
mind. Fucking Cardona. Jesus Christ. Damn. I just, wow. God
You
damn
know,
Cardona.
but there's another thought, and I'm out of my mind for even saying this. I'm throwing it into the ether. I hope I'm right because it would be so fucking badass.
Hmm.
You have MSK on one side, got the opposing team. They're going to come out, but who's the fourth man? The Monster Abyss. One last fucking time.
Hmm.
Because Abyss works at WWE. He's still ring ready. And you want to talk about a reason to collab the two and really cement that TNA shit? Right there.
Possibility.
That
Possibility.
do you know how
Possibility.
much my heart would warm to hear the da, 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 da.
Yeah.
That oh God, sorry, it gives me chills.
Cardona literally pinned him down and said, I told you to leave my property alone.
Right. And she went,
Well, I guess no major bendy for you, PCO.
oh,
Sorry.
he's getting it. Like,
Well, I know, but for now.
I
Jeez
saw that
Louise.
and it was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Speaking of which, guys, birthday season is coming up. And
mm,
you know what I would like? This is a shameless plug. Colt Cabana has 2 figures that had come out. I can't remember who makes them, but I need one in my life.
find out.
I have a milestone birthday this year.
Still older than you.
I don't know.
Old enough. We'll compare dicks later
We'll
with the
compare
boys.
later. A lady doesn't tell her age.
Bullshit. Ladies don't tell their age if they're over 25 and then they're 25 forever.
I'm not 20. Like, I don't tell
No
my age.
no. Come on.
No, no.
I'm giving you an out.
Oh, I know.
But
I know.
I love the
I,
Rascals.
yeah.
I love that the shit is going down. You can tell this is going to be a very heartfelt feud that's going to take TNA fans and fucking hurt their feelings, but they're going to
Mhm.
watch NXT, and that's part one. Then that
Yep.
NXT shit's going to go to TNA, and that'll be the part two. And like this is magic.
Yes. Speaking of magic, Nick Nemeth and Josh Alexander is going to be magic. That's on also. So we'll have to watch and talk about it next week. Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
already watched, and that
Oh,
match
I
is
didn't
going to
watch
be a
yet.
banger. God, you need
I did not watch yet. No, I didn't watch yet. I need to do that. Um,
Josh Alexander is bar none one of the best professional wrestlers currently on the planet, and he does not get his shine, but I admire him for his depth and support of a product.
yep. When am I getting my goddamn Ethan Page Josh Alexander match? That's
Uh
all I want to know.
it's already been it I'm not shitting you because I
It's in
follow
the ether. I know
oh,
that.
it's not just in either. Both wrestlers have talked about it on X.
Yeah. We're
And
waiting.
yep, that's all I want. And then
I'm
when they're
waiting
done
for
fighting, then we want them teaming. Tell me
does.
tell me you don't want to.
That is fucking amazing. Don't start me. My poor heart. My heart just stopped for just 2 seconds
Look,
because I just
if the wrestling world can warm my heart, I am giving my love and ether to let you see.
okay. I have to change the topic for just a second here.
Oh God.
Speaking of warming hearts. Okay. So Ring of Honor is doing an interesting angle with the Von Erichs and Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about that. Go ahead.
And the return of Sammy Guevara happened on ROH.
Did
And he wants to be part of this, like, are they calling it like a Texas like legacy or something like that?
something to
Is
that
what they're
effect.
calling them, like basically the four horsemen equivalent of Texas right now, right? And I will say this, I'm all for that. And actually, what's very, very interesting was when he did his promo with Dustin and the Von Erichs, there was a maturity and a growth. And okay, anybody who's known me for the longest time, those two words about Sammy Guevara, I would never say. I have so much fucking respect for him right now.
I first
I
met
hope
you
this
and you
works
were just
out.
like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Oh my God.
Exactly. Exactly. I have so much respect. I hope, Sammy, that this kind of continues because that's what's going to make you a better wrestler and give you a future. Because you have a beautiful child now. You and Tay Conti. You guys have a beautiful child. You know? And I think that it's this kind of union will be the catalyst to get away from the flippy shit that could end your career in a heartbeat. And so I'm all for it. Cheers to you, Sammy Guevara. And yes, you people can go at me and say it. You can go tell him
Hold on.
I am blocked. Yes, you guys can. You guys can.
Hold on.
It
We're cheers. Hold on. Hold on.
we're in cheers. We're in cheers.
As a dad,
But who would have thought?
cheers, Senor Guevara.
Mhm. Who would have thought? Now, you are probably thinking to yourself, or dive bar Thursday night chaser buddy of ours, our drinking buddy. Will she ever turn a corner like that for Will Ospreay? Fuck no.
Yes, you.
Fuck no.
You've already
No,
defined
I
the
will not.
condition. I have it on
I
recording.
I know, but I would but like this?
No, like this, no. He would need to
No.
make
No,
an
like this.
intentional change. Oh, like this?
Like
Yeah, it would require like it would require a lot from his end to ingratiate that possibility. Truthfully, is it going to happen?
more
Probably not. But you have to do a
never.
lot.
Oh, it's beyond a lot. It's beyond a lot. Mhm. Yeah, it's beyond a lot. He's owed something. He's owed a receipt for shoving me. He's owed a
Oh,
receipt.
like I said,
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah. So
I,
I've never said that. You can use it against me, people. That is so fine. But got to give credit where credit is due. And so I think that's masterful. And
mm,
because I don't know, and I know that he is, you know, producing and being an agent for a lot of this shit at Ring of Honor. If that was you, Colt Cabana, you are the fucking best.
is in fact the fucking best.
Yeah. Kool-Aid Man, you're the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I cannot forgive you if you're doing the fucking learning tree shit. I can't forgive that.
Wait. I, new Colt Cabana shirt. His face with the Kool-Aid Man breaking a wall.
He had something very similar
Yeah,
before.
but he needs that. Bring it back. Modernize.
He needs the back of his head, was what it was. Because you know me, I know the back of that head.
Well, no, that would be the back of the shirt. It's the back of the shirt. It's the back. The front is the front. It's a big Colt Cabana with the little handle. All it has to say is, "Oh yeah," and do like a Kool-Aid, like Colt Aid.
Oh, you know what? You just like put in my head right now.
Okay,
You know what I want to do so badly
what's that?
is I want to see live and be close enough. I want to bring one of those big heads of Colt Cabana when CM Punk and Drew McIntyre wrestle each other.
That shit already happened. I ain't gonna lie.
Someone did that already? Oh, you people. You ruined my fun.
Friend of the show. It was done in our honor.
It wasn't?
Was a friend of the show. It was done in our honor.
Okay, I need to know who this friend of the show is.
I will see if they wish to be named.
Okay. I'm not going to publicly say it, just for my own shits and giggles. If that's what that was for,
I got you.
my
So
heart just fucking swelled so fucking much. I'm like,
we
yeah,
got
my heart.
some really wonderful people that for some reason or another think we're fun and a great thing to watch and listen to. We have fans.
Wow. I know we do. I also have haters.
They can hate
Uh,
watch.
they
Give us
can
the
hate. I
exposure.
don't care. I don't care. I
Now,
don't care. I come back stronger. And I also don't affiliate myself with real pedophiles.
yeah.
That was embarrassing, WWE. Come on now. Come
So just to kind of slide back into the topic because I've been alluding to it for the last half hour.
on.
Um, so
We do that.
Monday night, somebody was cutting on. It was the first match for the Wyatt Six tag, and we expected because all that point we hear just the steady tone, but this wasn't a steady tone. The full ring entrance they used Shatter, which is Wyatt's last entrance, and there was not a dry eye in the fucking house. You had dudes like doing this shit. Like
Oh yeah.
it was it was a lot. The presentation was great. They came out with the chair, the lantern. Like you
Yeah.
just there was some magic involved in that even if you repeat it, the presentation is what's important.
Yeah.
They went out there and you had, Uncle Howdy sitting out in the rocking chair. You had Nikki Cross they're now acknowledging her as Abby the Witch, you know, sitting there being creepy as fuck at his footsteps.
Yep.
And those three put on a hell of a match with the tag team of Chad Gable and the Creed brothers, is now being called American Made,
Mhm.
which they had music, but they didn't have everything kind of in place for it. It feels like it was a last minute decision on the name. So they were just like, go with it, we'll work the fans into it. Cool.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of match psychology. It was a good fought match. It wasn't like the Wyatt Six ran over them. But at that same time, nobody really looked weak, but the Wyatt Six just looked deranged at doing it.
You know, hey guys over at
Yes.
Chat Grapple Cheap Pops. Cheers
Hey,
to y'all.
bros.
Cheers to y'all. You
Hold
know,
on.
Nikki Cross looked like a fucking
Look,
$1,000,000 sitting at fucking Uncle Howdy's feet. And
dude,
I'm like, I am here for this.
here's Jack Grapple and Cheap Pops.
I am here for this. Like, it just is so beautiful,
So
right?
one of the
It
best
is.
things she did that really caught me is when they came out and distracted everybody, and then Cross came off the turnbuckle and bounced on Chad. It was just like,
Mhm.
holy shit, where did she come from?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, what the? Yeah, it was one of those like, oh my god! But it's done in such a way. It was better than I thought it was going to be because
Yeah,
I had like I tried not to have high expectation because you're going to get disappointed,
I
right?
I was like,
So
when's the shoe gonna drop? And now we're like a month and a half out,
yeah, yeah,
and there's been a nice progression. The fans understand why Chad's the target, and he was treated as such even during the match.
yeah.
Creed brothers were inconsequential obstacles.
Yeah, they're just there,
Yeah,
you
they were
know.
looking to kill Chad Gable. It looked like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
They were on
yeah,
his ass,
yeah,
but the fans get it because that was his
yeah.
family, the Alpha Academy. And
Exactly.
like this isn't a storyline that popped up when they decided to make a big fucking, bloody mess in the backstage. This shit happened and started well beforehand when he turned heel on the Alpha Academy.
Yeah,
And that, like, you could watch the stuff in the theatrics as casual, doesn't really keep up with the story and still be as entertaining. Somebody like myself who really has followed this since well before and everything since of the Rotunda family, You know, this is masterful storytelling in a way that even the casual can get behind it. Like somebody I deal with in my personal life at least twice a week, not a wrestling fan, but I started showing him clips. I started showing him videos about the whole thing, and he was just like, I don't even like the stuff, and I'm invested.
Yeah,
And Nikki is a great part of that. You know, this was a role meant for her, no question.
absolutely. Yeah.
You
And I
know,
like that Dexter Loomis now, you are truly creepy. The other was like,
you
oh,
were you were annoying because, and he got a lot of shit during his time because of what they kind of built him to be.
it was
And
awful.
if you've ever seen him beforehand, before the Dexter Loomis gimmick,
Yeah.
the guy's fucking amazing. But I love
No.
how they've taken that frustration. I mean, these are essentially Nikki Cross got shoved to the wayside at any chance she got, and they shackled her
Yeah.
with stupid gimmick, after stupid gimmick and after stupid plot line to make her job out, which is fine. She's a professional, you know. Uh, and then Dexter Loomis on TV, off TV, and then straddled having to carry Johnny Gargano's charisma in a bucket behind him.
God, please, we on Thursdays we just don't like to speak of the way. Just,
Well, I'm at least trying to give Dexter Loomis some weightlifting because that's a big bucket to
well,
carry.
yeah, you can, and it's like he's being. This is very masterful, and how everyone's being used is great.
Joe
You know,
Gacy, like
it's almost,
we knew Joe Gacy was coming.
and
We
he was
all
amazing. Yeah,
right.
you knew he was amazing. Yeah.
The difference between Joe Gacy and Kevin Owens is Joe Gacy got fucked first for the weight
Mhm.
size and got pulled off, whereas
Yeah.
Kevin Owens was still on TV and got fucked for it behind the scenes. Huge
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. But also too, like with it is Joe Gacy also doesn't have as much wear and tear on the body as Kevin
Oh
Owens.
no. And
Yeah.
took the majority of the bumps, and to see Eric the Red just fucking beating the hell out of people. We know it's worked, but at the same side, that dude makes everything look good.
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
did, and they're paying such homage to Brody. How uh I'd love to see Bo pick up a championship. How far does that Wyatt stuff go? Uh, some of the stuff has reference even back to his NXT days.
No, no, no. How far is it gonna go? You
Oh,
know, here's the the issue. I think we're getting our civil war, okay, and I don't want the Wyatt stuff to take a back seat because it's so masterful, and I think it can go pretty far. Will they win titles? I don't know
we're missing one.
because I don't know. And then you also have to look at Netflix because now you're getting a new viewer. It's an unknown entity with
New viewer
Netflix.
that's not restricted type rating.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that it does something that they build that will also suck in the Netflix type of viewers. So that's where I'm hoping it goes. I definitely think it'll go clear to Mania. I think
Now,
it will.
here's
I am
where I'm at.
hoping.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was
Sorry.
going to say, I'm hoping that because it'll coincide with also John Cena
It
because of
it's
Bray's last match. That's what I'm hoping.
it's gonna
So
happen.
definitely, it's gonna. There's legs on it. So that's how far I think. That's my opinion.
So I'm gonna throw it to this as somebody who's been following this shit forever, who loves the whole thing. I think we will see titles happen, but they will be incidental to the idea that somebody's going to put their title up for the chance to get at some particular part of the faction. Like, well, they keep fucking attacking me, and I want to take the snake from the hat. I want to take the hat off the snake, so I'll put my title on the line to take down Bo Dallas. And Uncle Howdy shows up and goes, "So you're willing to give it all to get it all?" Okay, and that kind of line makes sense. I
Okay.
don't think we're going to see much action on the women end on Monday Night Raw. There is this beautiful feud going on with Liv and Rhea, which goes back almost a year.
Yeah.
But there is one title that has been kind of kept out of line. Titles really hasn't been prominently displayed in the way that it should. And Alexa Bliss is ring ready. She's sporting the pink. She got her hair dyed. So there's been talk of the idea, at least speculation. I don't know how much of it's true,
That would
but
be good though.
she comes back, teams with Nikki, and they go after the tag titles. Because honestly, they don't need a title. The title needs them more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's much in the same line of, when Bray was the Fiend, he had a belt, but the belt people were paying $3,000 to $5,000 for was the Fiend mask. And
Yeah.
this
I,
is the same line. You know, I
yeah.
my heart is somebody who's lost a lot of people seeing, Taylor Rotunda pick up after Wyndham and carry on what he knows his brother would have wanted. And this is true. This is stated. It's a fact. His ex-wife, who was former wife, all of that. You know, everybody knows this is what he wanted, and the fact that it got to see fruition. These people are invested for one reason or another. Be it they knew him backstage, they worked with him personally. This isn't just about Wyndham, though. Not even close. Because Red is the only living survivor of the original Wyatt family. There are two legacies being carried, and the only reason they don't talk about the second, despite social media talks about it, the only reason they haven't done that is because it hasn't needed to be addressed yet. So where does it go? If we're lucky, we're going to see a 2 to 3 year run as a faction as a whole, because they've been masterful. They haven't pushed it, they haven't over pushed it. It's just been enough. And the Fireflies still exist, because fans were as invested as the original creators, right? I know I'm kind of rambling, but hear me out. Because I'll TLDR the shit out of this. Um, I think to answer your question more specifically and as directly as possible, uh, grappling pops there. Uh, God, I wish I had a better name for you. Is I think titles are incidental but not necessary. I think when titles need to have a fresh face, that's probably where they will go. But they're smart and they're conscious. It won't be the challenger seeking the title. It will be the quiet seeking a victim rather than seeking a challenger, if that makes sense. Like they'd just be going after somebody else. They don't Titles are incidental for them. They don't matter. Because they don't need to matter. They're out to correct some injustice, right?
Mhm.
But if things happen to go along where somebody's been an asshole and maybe needs a correction, that might be in the vicinity of a title shot, that would make. But how far does it go? Honestly, I think the sky's the limit. I think we got a good 2 to 3 years out of this if they keep the way they're doing. Now, the risk is, and we've said this for a while now, They're not allowed to fuck this. One misstep, one miscue will kill this entire faction entirely. Why they've been completely methodical about it. Because they know fans were invested in Bray Wyatt and everything that he had done. You were putting this faction together as not a sympathy but an homage. You have family, you have friends, you have people who directly knew the man, and they are trying to carry on in this gimmick's image. But if you tarnish that image, Dave face of the past, one who passed on, they're gonna drop this like a hot rock without question. So risk reward, how far does it go? If they're smart, years. If they fuck it up, it ends next Monday. So I I would love to see Uncle Howdy carry a championship, but I think much in the same way that the Fiend didn't. Like the belt was there, but the only belt he cared about was the one with his twisted face on it. I think that's a similar line. Put the belt on the fucking chair. He doesn't care about it. Wraps it around there, and if he's gonna wrestle, he'll go wrestle. Who owns the title? It's not us. And they point back to the chair. And that I think would be probably a better alliteration. But at this point, they don't need a title. Could they get one? Sure. I have a lot of opinions about it, and I could, wax poetic all fucking day and chat grapples like, God, shut up. I'm sure. Uh, but like the casual fan isn't going to understand, the White Rabbit gimmick and the Uncle Howdy stuff and where it stemmed from, and Swamp Preacher, Firefly Funhouse. Like I come at it from that perspective. I followed this shit from the beginning because it's different. It was entertaining. It was emotionally receptive. Like as an aside, why was Wyndham's vision for the Bray Wyatt character and everything he did? Why was it so successful? A very simple reason. Was he really a villain? Was he really a heel, or was he proving a? And that blurred the line for people because everything, even in his best promos or his worst promos, you might not have understood everything he said, but you always understood something. You knew that you knew his emotion. Very good at emoting. That people are downtrodden and not understood and kind of told for all intents and purposes, to fuck themselves. When they had so much potential to be better, and that was all he ever wanted to bring out of the world. People like John Cena, who pretty much walked in with shit handed to him. That was why Cena was the problem, not you, not Bray Wyatt, not any of this. He was the problem because he got everything handed, and all those opportunities could have went to somebody else far more deserving. And then it was the Firefly Funhouse. It was all about those individual parts that people get, treated like shit for. Overweight, Huskus the pig. Rambling Rabbit, do you stutter? Do you have a problem speaking your mind? Percy the Buzzard, grumpy bitch as ever. Abby the Witch, forthright, says what she wants, not necessarily great. You can kind of walk that down the line of parts that people as a whole in general society feel. Like that's you can say the best promo in the world, but if you can't emote it properly, it doesn't matter. That is why, you know, well, sorry, I get a little emotional about
That's okay.
it. That is why they're able to bring this faction together because Wyndham took so much heart and care to the fight Vince fucking not knowing what to do with it. why it resonates with people, because here's a guy that spoke to them on such a visceral level that, if you've never really fully understood those problems, you kind of went, I don't get it, I don't understand. But if you're somebody who felt it, somebody who's been there, that's another story. You heard him, saw him, you know. Like that John Cena match, that was a complete way of, because there'd been a feud before. This is the exact shit that Bray said was the problem with John Cena. Ran his shit down. Then when they did the match, the Firefly Funhouse match, it was Bray's way of exposing Cena. And it did. Because from a certain point of view, that you suck, that sort of line that he got back and forth with the crowd, he explained why people, by showing you why. Like, we will never, I don't think we'll ever have somebody like him again. A master stroke. I know I rambled. I apologize.
Oh
I
no no
just,
no 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 no.
like,
Oh
I'm
no.
here. But the short, how far does it go? Who knows? How long I think it's, don't need championships. We story, and this is outside of the Bloodline Civil War, which is one side of the fandom. The Wyatt Six is still one of the, if not the most talked about current wrestling storyline going on in the business. Hands down.
I don't get that deep into WWE. Y'all know that.
I
But there's an education for, for me, because we all know that, But what I do fuck with, and I missed this birthday. So happy birthday to Toa Hanare, speaking of Pacific
sorry.
Islanders. Mm-hmm. Hanare. Yeah.
Hanare.
Mm-hmm. Toa
Okay.
Hanare.
I wanted to make
Yeah,
sure I
Toa
understood
Hanare.
you right.
Yeah. Happy birthday, dude. But
Cheers.
here's a big cheers. I would like to congratulate
Mm-hmm.
right now. We're talking New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 time. Right now, the first qualifier for the semifinals of the G1 from Block A. God save us all. Congratulations, Zack Sabre Jr.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
love it.
He
Exactly.
got it last night, and I just want by beating Gabe Kidd, and I couldn't be more to the moon with this.
Okay.
Right now, if the block holds up, right now it could be him versus Evil at this moment. He will face the winner
Ooh.
of the block. And to be quite honest, I
E-
feel
Evil needs to
that
lose.
Zack Sabre Jr., it's his year.
Yep. Evil
It's
needs to
his
lose.
year.
I
So
I'm gonna add it even further. Evil needs to lose, and Evil needs to get fucking, you know, booted out in the same way they did Adam Cole.
but House of Torture is not a very strong staple, but
Don't care.
that's whatever. I know.
Needs to be
But
an
I'm
example.
just saying.
Sacrifice
I'm
Evil
just
to
saying.
make them legit.
Maybe they bring in frickin' Jack Barry.
I mean,
Well, what happened to the scapegoat in Japan? Yeah. So we're waiting on now to see who is going to be the one who's going to secure the spot for
Todd,
the B block. Now, the problem with the B block right now, currently, your leader of the B block is Jeff fucking Cobb. Congratulations, Ohana. It's not official yet.
Ohana Biatch. I know. I said
Um, but
Hawaiian.
also who's basically taken a little bit of a nosedive. He was doing so great was Kanosuke Takeshita. But man, shit, he's had such a great G1. I mean, shit. But there could be a high possibility that we see Gaijin versus Gaijin in the G1 final.
Well, Takeshka's also been having kind of a winning push over here in the West, which is why probably some stock goes down because that's the way they do. If you're getting it in the West, why the hell are we going to do it
Well,
here?
he had a strong beginning of his G1.
Oh, of course.
Now, what I'm hoping, what I'm hoping, what I'm hoping is that we do get Zack Sabre Jr. and Naito for the belt at Wrestle Kingdom. Now, I know before we've said this before on episode 1, we had said we're talking about the G1, and it's basically Tanahashi, Okada, Ocean Spray, lists, blah blah blah. Leads me to Wrestle Kingdom and the night after with that big fucking forbidden whatever the hell they want to call it. Yeah, in Japan. It's a big door, and Japanese are small people, so it's gonna be kind of tight and cozy. But anyways,
that's
I
hilarious.
I can say that because I'm Asian. Okay.
I can't.
You're not Asian. You can't. Yeah, you can't. And I'm not giving you a yellow card because that was a real good one.
You,
But
I can talk about OTT. That's my territory.
yeah, OTT. Yeah, I just am wanting to go so bad. That's on bucket list. I want OTT. I want to go to Oberhausen to see a carrot and IC Dub, and only at your call, RevPro. At your call only, nowhere else.
Hold on.
That's my bucket list. That's my bucket list.
One of the current recent main events that will happen is Danhausen versus Mothhausen.
That'll be interesting.
That's in Moth Martina will be Mothhausen. She did the makeup and everything. I adore that.
Oh Lord, that'll be very interesting. That'll be very interesting.
She has been across the ring from Sue Young and a session golf.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Because Sue Young had kidnapped her, and then it was a whole it was a to do. It was so good.
Oh yeah. Okay, they remember that.
All right, go ahead.
Now, okay. So now, fast forward to a couple weeks from now.
Okay.
Here's me booking AEW again.
Oh God.
Oh gosh, hear me out. So Kenny Omega, according to Meltzer, is probably coming back soon. Which I can kind of see. I know you're doing the hand gesture. I can see it happening. And here's what I am seeing. Okay. I have this little weird feeling in my gutski at All In. Somehow there's going to be a clash of Kenny Omega and the bitchmaker, Kazuchika Okada. And yes, I said bitchmaker. That's my bitchmaker. And I have a feeling, because Tony Khan doesn't know how to be original, we are going to see at the Dome this year those two wrestle for that belt. That is what we're going to see. Because it gives time for Kenny to have a build up, get really, really healthy, because they're going to fucking go. And there is, for me, I think Okada's heel work is fucking masterful. Now, was not a fan of the red balloon weird Okada. That one I still don't understand. But the bitch maker is fucking amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, to go from
here's the
fucking all the feels. So that's where I'm predicting. So there's going to be something, because you've got to have another thing in All In that's a surprise. That would be a surprise.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna kind of You know, break kayfabe doesn't mean shit when I.
Mhm.
First off, I never trust anybody who pretenses their authority on the basis of, well, I've been here long enough. Because I find like people like ourselves, Chat Grapple and Pops, a few other smaller podcasts, we have our finger closer to what is actually going on than anybody who claims to be a self-purported expert. That's just a fact. So you can be Uncle Dave, but you're the creepy uncle that needs to stay in the basement, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. You
Now,
know who could stay in the creepy basement with Uncle Dave?
hmm,
And I know that Chat Grapple and Cheap Pops will agree with me that AR Gold idiot from freaking X. Oh, Jesus
oh
Christ.
God,
You need to go away. I swear to God, there are things that I want to shut down on you that I know that I'm just like, bruh.
it's it's troll feed engagement, and that's where we lose that. Why we never purport ourselves to be an authority and the sidebar, the IWC, because we know we are part speculation, we are part things
Mm-hmm.
that we know, but we are taking this from a flowing conversation between us
Mm-hmm.
and our audience.
Yeah.
We don't
Now,
pretend to be anything bigger than that.
I am an expert. You know what I'm an expert of?
Ricky Stark's ass.
Thank you. The Peach Patrol. I am the Peach Patrol, fuckers.
Bro, why we need to make this? I'm saying it on air, so it's good. We need like a Paw Patrol version of the Peach Patrol.
Is that a new segment?
It
Is that a
might
new
be.
segment? I don't know. With John Cena returning, man, and he's going to be hanging up the jorts, I'm going to be judging him harshly.
It he needs to be,
I need the
in
bubble back, man. I need that Cena back, man. I need it back. I don't care, whatever. You probably already filmed, your underwear scenes for the Peacemaker, but honestly, like,
he can go on.
you know, it's that's something that's going to be missed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now,
I'm actually gonna go to WrestleMania because of fucking John Cena. I'm
did,
not gonna lie.
yeah, I can hear the tears in your voice going, I will never see this ass on anything but Peacemaker, and I feel that.
Yeah.
Uh so to
But
kind of
yes,
I'm gonna challenge your whole thing because oh God.
Dalton,
Dalton, what up,
welcome.
bro?
What are you challenging me?
I'm going to challenge you on the idea that, or challenge Dave Meltzer on the idea of when he thinks Kenny Omega is not going to wrestle a goddamn thing for the rest of his days. Because there is no safe way to work around his condition. There just isn't. Okay? What I could see is, and I'm not saying that this is who you choose, but remember, an introduction to the Bullet Club where he was on the. In this case, he becomes not an in-ring talent per se. He becomes a general manager type persona. He may not wrestle it, but he can on that backstage because he's sacrificed his health for this shit. That gives him a push, elevate names, and he is that guy that would put his fucking 2 feet behind somebody he thought had a big fucking name, and we're gonna see matches we've never seen before. And we're gonna see it at a man who is the 5-star matchmaker, broke Dave Meltzer, who is Kenny Omega. One of a, not dead, a legit generational fucking talent.
The
He
6-star
knows
match guy.
right.
I have the shirt. It was a limited run. He sold it at Bola, 2017.
So I could see him taking that clout pushing somebody to the fucking moon or getting somebody into hire from any number of companies because he's got friends everywhere. And I think that's gonna fuck over Wrestle Dream. I think it's gonna fuck over the G1. I think the B
Not
bracket.
G1. You mean
uh, yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom. But you see, here's the thing though. Okay.
I think it's even gonna fuck over the one because he can do on
As
3 years.
as I noticed this year, there is not a lot of conversation about the G1. In years past, my timeline would be flooded with conversation about the G1, and there's really nothing. The only person that I can say that's regularly talking about it is my friend Kevin. Shout
Okay.
out to the Monster Kevin on X. And and honestly, like because of my situation, I haven't been watching because it's hard. But um, there's just not a lot to talk about it. So it's interesting to me that the new regime of New Japan Pro Wrestling is in the state that it's in. You have Shingo Takagi, who, man, he hasn't had any impact on the goddamn G1.
In
Amazing to
years.
me. And he's also leaned down a little too. Willis was telling he noticed it, and I noticed it as well.
Yeah, but you cut down your weight, you cut down your mobility and your capability. That's an
But yeah, but I'm thinking now is New Japan is trying to get household names. So that's why you'll see from AEW people. So that is why I strongly feel that Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be facing Naito. One, two, because Jeff Cobb hasn't been on TV enough. He hasn't. Love my Ohana a lot. That's just how that is. And that's why you're gonna get like Okada Omega because people know what that is. Maybe never saw it, right? But you kind of know what it is. A WWE fan, if you were to say Kenny Omega or Kazuchika Okada, that's immediately what you think of, right? I mean, yeah.
Well, let me throw something in, just I want you to close your eyes and I want you to feel with me for a second.
Okay.
You have Wrestle Kingdom going on. This one's pretty much a wash, but you have multiple opportunities within the next year, 2 or 3, that are major championship points between both companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see Kenny Omega at some point this year, and he may or may not have an impact, but he's definitely going to have a message because that's Kenny Omega. Kenny, by God, Omega, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you have the entirety of next year where it is the Omega end of everything, where he is going to roll professional wrestling. And he's going to build his ass up faction and AAA or CMLL,
For one last time.
AEW, not just for one last time, but to take over every tournament to be the champion anointer. We have the most powerful faction in professional wrestling.
But you could say with the elite, but you could say that he could have done this before.
Yes, but he's never been permanently on the shelf. Like, this is a motivator.
True.
True. And between those 3 companies, they're amazing, young, badass talent who are names to be made. This could be the plot line that rivals the whole tribal bloodline thing entirely. That a hostile takeover of 3 to 4 wrestling promotions by one man and his crew, fucking huge.
I will say this. I feel with his injury, the one thing the world missed out on, and I've been wanting to see it because I'm curious, was Ricky Starks versus Kenny Omega. But obviously it was going to be in tag. But that's something that like I think about, and I'm like, because they probably would have had a one-on-one.
Yeah.
They probably would have, and
It,
I think that that's for me like a missed. But I mean, with Kenny, who knows? But
well,
I
it's
think
like with
the
Big
state.
E. I mean, Big E might be ready to go, but he also recognizes, even at his best, he's one bad bump from being paralyzed from the fucking neck down.
Yeah,
Yeah. We as fans would never want to see that happen ever.
no,
A
no,
generation of fans mourned for years when Owen Hart died.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I get it. I get it. It's
okay.
like when I hate like with Don Callis. It's so funny. Like I'm gonna bring Don Callis into this mix. It's funny to me when he was very pro Osprey, and I was like, I can't listen to this fucking bullshit because of how anti Osprey he was in that 2017, 16, 17, 18 New Japan years when you got there's three things in life are certain: death, taxes, and squirrel beats Osprey. I still live by that every day,
So
and it is true.
Don
Facts.
Callis' gimmick
Don't lie.
has always been, and up until recently, never called it directly. The genesis of that Don Callis character is a carny, slimy son of a bitch. That's exactly what he's supposed to be.
And it's great. He's great at it, and
Oh
he's
yeah,
great at it. And I will say that um it's great. Sometimes I'm like Stokely, calm down a little. You can learn a little from Don Callis a little bit. Fucking, that's why I love Sanjay so much because he's so fucking obnoxious, but in a way that it's like he's still a little endearing. God love
fucking
Sanjay Dutt.
Sanjay. That dude is
Fucking
so
God
talented.
love fucking Sanjay. Gotta love him.
His
And you know what
character
makes me
work,
angry?
oh my god.
Yeah, but you know what makes me crazy? But makes me crazy, and this is a whole can of worms for another day. Is the lack of fucking Jay Lethal.
You know, I'm with you on that. I I do miss Jay Lethal. I think that the Ric Flair stuff, while great in humor, is what killed his.
Yeah. Or are you talking about Black Machismo?
Yeah, but they kind of played it on him by his normal gimmick. This
Yeah,
whole woo
but
off with Ric Flair was the most
yeah, that
cringeworthy
didn't help.
shit anybody's ever done.
Yeah, no, I think with Lethal, what I miss is I miss an ROH that doesn't have a presence of Jay Lethal. I do. Um, it's already hard without Jay Briscoe, you know,
Yeah.
and some of the stalwarts of it, and I'm just saying. So, but that's just my feeling and whatnot, and
Well,
hey,
that's why I liked Honor No More. Is that was that faction was the holdovers from ROH issues that went to TNA, and we're just so good at portraying that. Sure, we had honor over there because that's what we signed up for. Here, don't mean so much.
you know, another person who I'm like that just popped in my head.
Hmm.
Okay, that you can fucking trust to run goddamn AEW. Isn't Jimmy Jacobs on his fucking payroll?
Yes, Jimmy Jacobs is.
Thank you, the Zombie Princess. He's produced quite a bit, yeah, I know, I
He's
know, I
produced
know.
some great shit. I don't
Shit,
know why he's
yeah,
not.
like I don't either. I don't either.
Like,
I don't either.
talk about a
But
dude who
again,
went like not a great in-ring career by any stretch of the word, but backstage,
don't make
beautiful.
fun of the Ballad of Lacey. Okay,
Look,
him and Cabana and that love triangle. No, don't no.
no, no, but
Beautiful. She
think
brings
about
a
that,
tear to my eye.
right? But how much of that do you know? Look,
I don't know.
you could name probably half a dozen storylines without realizing got his
Yeah,
thumb
he
on.
did a lot of
Easy.
yeah, yeah, totally easy. And I also want to take this moment to say I miss the art of wrestling.
I do.
I do. Colt, I miss it. I don't like, I know you're a gamer now and all this shit, but I miss the art of wrestling,
I
because it was you bullshitting with your friends.
I
And
I
I
swear to
miss that.
God, mark my words, the next time Colt by God Cabana is doing his fucking gaming stream, I'm gonna pop on there and go, Colt Cabana, why aren't you returning Amanda's text?
I
Just to
haven't
watch him
messaged you.
go. I know. I just do it
No,
to
no,
stick
no,
and go,
no, no,
what?
no, no, no. No. If I want to go in there when you go in there, and he'll
Okay.
fucking light up when I fucking come in the room.
You want to do that?
That just We'll do it one day. You and I talk offline
Yeah, yeah,
about that.
yeah. We'll,
Yes.
we'll pull a
For
rib
the
on old Colt Cabana.
Oh, I don't like to put it no.
He deserves it.
My heart.
It's
That's my
part of.
heart. He
Look,
deserves all the
we,
world's.
we love him, but at that same time, that's part of the business. If you love someone, they get ribbed from time to time, and he's overdue.
Yeah, my love of Colt Cabana is very deep. I will say that.
Berserker.
I'll say that. I love him.
No, no,
Anyways,
no. But
so
it's odd. Not know
I know.
that.
You know what it is?
What?
It's because it's about that time
Oh.
to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. I've got Good Vibrations by Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch in my head right now. I don't know why. But
Oh, get it out of my head. Stop it.
okay, we need to talk about what we're grateful for. So Digi, kick us off.
I am for our fans and love and thought care that is going out into wrestling ether. You know, we've been all over the world, literally and figuratively.
Hmm.
And the one thing we keep saying is even at the worst product, there's potential.
Yes.
You're invested. I'm very thankful for that because I can't over the years always say that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I myself am thankful for all of you coming by and actually listening to our bullshit because
Oh, it's a
Jesus,
travesty.
Jesus, it's yeah,
You
it
know,
feels good to the soul.
there's a contingent of people that think I'm getting drunk on stream. Hilarious.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I don't know. I swear, I have always wanted to know like what our fans think. People, I'm sure they're like, God, Amanda's a big fucking bitch. I'm
I
like,
mean,
I mean, you know, it is what it is, But then again, I'm like, what can you do? It's interesting. I don't know why people would say that about you, but maybe because I don't drink on here. Y'all, y'all, it's coming. Okay, it's coming
I
because yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
did,
Trust me, it's coming.
did I break
Because
kayfabe real quick?
yeah,
Okay. This is a 4 shot shot glass. I take about a shot, and most of what I take shots of isn't high proof. I don't reserve high proof for the real thick birthday stream.
why are you doing that? Why are
Now,
you doing that?
what?
No, not necessary. Not
What?
necessary. If
High
people want
shot?
to think that you're getting drunk, then too bad. It's the spirit of being in a dive bar. There's always a fucking drunk at the bar.
I've never gotten drunk in a dive bar because I like my kidneys in my body and I like waking up in hotel room.
Exactly. Exactly. And you probably had like a greasy dinner, and I'm pretty sure that you don't the 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 bar itself, or if you don't have a designated driver and you have to take Uber, Lyft, or a cab, that you don't leave that dinner in the car. I'm just saying. So,
Or
anyways,
if you're me,
yeah,
I just sleep at the bar. I mean,
yeah, you can do that too. So, where can we find you?
uh, Digi Damon WOT Instagram. Uh, I don't do.
There you go. You can find me at Ms. Amanda Jane, JAYNE, either on Instagram or on X. I'd love to follow you. You can follow me. Um, and also, you can follow WOTR, the show. on X, and I believe
Is that what it is?
no, I can't remember what the Instagram is, but you know where you can look. You can go to wrestlingontherocks.com. They'll have all of our socials as
That's
well
true.
as it'll also have our merch store. So buy a sticker. You know who made them? Fucking good brother, friend of the show, goddamn Sam Stackhouse. I just retweeted. If you guys are in the market of looking at merch for yourself, check out Sam
Oh, dude,
and tell him
I've
that
been
Wrestling on the Rocks sent you.
it,
We're not doing that for a plug. Just tell him that you're drinking, buddy,
I
and he'll
I need
appreciate it
to
'cause that's
get
the
a hold
original.
of, like I need to get a hold of him about something.
Yeah, Sam's awesome. I'm trying to get him and Fuego on one day. I haven't asked yet, but shout out to Sam Stackhouse. Good people. That's to us. He's
He's the OG.
the OG of drinking buddies. Yep, he
Was
is
it
that.
him and
Yes,
Thunder Rosa were like the two OGs,
Thunder.
weren't
Yeah, yep, she too, friend of the show. So guys, remember, if you have a birthday or know a wrestler who's having a birthday, let me know. Check out there's August is a weird moment right now. There's not a lot of shows, but if you guys are in the Bay Area, Toko's big kickback number 3 is happening, and there is a match with a bunch of Samoans. So if you want a
they?
sneak preview of the frickin' Dynasty or whatnot, you might want to go. That's Oasis Pro. As usual, we thank you for joining us in the dive bar of the IWC.
Ooh, I want to put
Remember,
something into people's heads before we go.
okay.
Y'all are smart. Watch Zilla Fight 2.
Well, I'm not smart, so
You'll see why.
thank you. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by the dive bar of the IWC. And Thursday Night Chaser, and it's the last call.
Last call, baby.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers.